Hello, hello, hello. This is your man Nicholas Shepard from the Shepard Enterprise, Business Administration Information System Consultants. And what I'm here to talk to you today about is how to start building a business mindset. Okay, and this is basically one of the series where is that I am just going over a couple of things. It's not necessarily a structured conversation. It's basically just something that I'm just decided I was wanting to talk about just to see what you think. So what you can do, you can either leave some comments down at the bottom. But first of all, I'd like to do is to thank you all for all of your support. I have over 35,000 views and across the board, across all my videos, and I'm trying to get up to 100,000 views and 100,000 likes. Okay, so I would like for you to like my videos, share them, and click the alarm button so that whenever I am getting ready to make or I get ready to make or I make another video, you also can be alerted. Okay, so again, what I'm doing right now is basically I'm talking about a couple of things, and this is one of the things that I actually came up with. I kind of made this my go-to subject, right? Topic, all right, is which I always say, laugh at the devil, never frown at God, and what it is that means that always be happy, always have a positive attitude about everything. Okay, because when you don't show appreciation of the things that goes on around you, what you're basically doing, you're frowning on God. Okay, so but the devil, he wants you to be mad all the time, and everything that you see around you is made by God. So you're frowning at God's creation, all the things that He put in front of you, and everything that is meant to help somebody. Okay, um, so that is the whole synopsis of everything. And what I'm going to do is go into um, the course of my video, and what I like to do is go over a couple of things. And one of the things I want to go over is basically my cover my my website and everything else like that. These are things I would like to talk to you about concerning this, and we're going to go off into it right away. And this is basically what I am trying to do. So we can go off into this right here, right quick. And um, I would like for you to visit my website, and kind of peruse through it and see what you think. I have a video that I really require everyone to watch so that you have an idea what the Shepherd Family Enterprise Business Administration Information Systems Consultants is all about, and to pretty much eliminate a lot of confusion. Okay, that we are a business, okay, and we are a consulting business, and our business is basically to generate some form of income, right? So there are times where we do um, create something for our clients and stuff like that. We do help our clients or potential clients. We do a couple of things. As a charity work, I'm working on some things right now so that I can set it up in my database so that I can structure it where it's at under certain conditions, certain qualifications, the person will be able to um, qualify for these services, okay, and at low cost, and if that's possible, or it could be free of charge up to a certain amount of time throughout the week. Okay, so we will put so much time, effort into your idea of a business over a certain period of time, and until you get it up and running. And in return, while we doing this, you would provide some type of service for us. Okay, it's like that. Okay, which we would pay you. Okay, you won't be doing anything for free, but you have to be an expert in what you're doing. All right, in order for that to happen. All right. Okay. So again, in our presentation of the Shipper Found Enterprise, we talk about a lot of different things that is actually covered in our video here. All right, our 2022 presentation review of services, proposed and written services. And it talks about a lot of things pertaining to what we do and how we go about doing things. Okay. The next thing you can actually view is our blog site, right? It's at right here, topitalk.com group, Shipper Family Enterprise. And in this blog site, you have to join, all right? And also, if you vote on this page and check in, you get points, right? Towards other free things and things of that nature. So that's about it. Okay. And also, I will be granting a couple of people certain privileges and everything like that. And inside of my blog site, okay, I have a lot of different subjects. And depending on the level of um, um, the level of attendance that you provide to the location, to this location, to the site, you will be granted certain privileges, okay, where that you can create topics and pull in different users and stuff like that, some of your own followers into the blog site so that you can pretty much create your own substance, okay? Um, and we also have the business ideals and investment tips. Okay, so go ahead and look at it. We have financial management. We have a lot of different things that we cover. We have a lot of different topics that I encourage you to get involved with. Create a storyline, and and a couple of people, like if you're contributing to our effort on our page, and I see that our numbers are going up based on your effort, um, we will pay you. Okay. So go ahead and try that as well. All right. And we'll set up some type of agreement where is that if you're generating traffic to this location based on your storyline or the videos that you have, whatever thing you have, or the customer base, then what we'll do, we would actually give you a percentage, okay, of whatever the the end results are. Okay. Okay. Then we have a lot of business. Um, we have a lot of business opportunities here, and you can actually get involved in some of these things and try to be, if you're an expert at it, um, give us your say so, give us an ideal, any tips and anything like that that you discover, come out and share with us so that we can pass on to our other users or some of our clients. um, and we also have employment opportunities for uh, customers and employees or people out there that's looking for some work. Okay, so if you have um, a business, anything like that, and you're looking for someone to work with you, you're looking for employees, come out and post a job. Okay, it's free. You don't have to go. You don't have to pay anything. I would like for you to donate to the page if you can, and so that I can keep this up and running and put more enhancements in. Okay. Um, and as you see here, it's employment, employee request, and search. You can go into any one of these subject lines here, the topics, and then it'll take you to another um, a topic line, and it gives you, and you can create different jobs or anything like that, and we have users actually go out here and they look at these different things and see if the jobs are available. If they're available, what can they do? Okay. All right. So you can go ahead and post jobs that way. All right. The next thing it is within this, um, we have children's wear, and if you have something out there that you want to promote, come to the site and post a link, anything like that, inside of your storyline. And once you do that, you can share what you have to offer, okay, to um, our customers, okay, and our viewers. All right. So that's another thing you can do. Let's see. So, and then like I said, we have help wanted. If there's jobs out there available, if you looking for work, you go ahead and post it. and post that you're looking for these type of opportunities and see if they can get you involved, entertainment, and a lot of different things that's available here that you can actually get yourself involved. Come on over and take a look at it, okay? Okay, so getting off to the side of things, in this particular um, session, what we're trying to do, we're trying to go over some ideals, okay, and some setups, all right, that we'd like to help you with. Um, Most of you know what an LLC is and you know how to go about getting it and starting business, everything like that. But a lot of you do not know the other steps that you have to take in order to build your business into a strong entity. All right. I've learned a lot of things, and I've been in business a long time, and I'm constantly learning new things because laws change. There's a lot of different um, opportunities out there for businesses, people with businesses, or that has money that's create different opportunities for businesses, and they set up these different structures so that businesses and small businesses can network. Okay, and this network environment is strictly for business leaders and owners. Okay, so and this Duns and Bradstreet, this is actually where they go about and look at your business credit. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, you establish your business credit. What you like to do is basically get it from up under your social security number. Okay, clear up your credit, and then you get your DUNS number, and then once you get your DUNS number, um, you get your line of credit, and once you get your line of credit with a business, and I'll talk about that later, you get your line of business with a couple of companies, and then what you'll do is you give your DUNS number, and then you have another number that they have out there, which is see if I can find it. Let's see. I think I have it up here. Make sure that's it. Okay, so we have this this NAICS. Okay, and what this is basically how you go about categorizing your business. Okay, so this number tells a person or a company what your classifications are. Okay, your business classification. All right. So when you post this classification, when you like in your return emails, everything like that, they can look at this and they can look at it and they can, the people in business, they look at this and they say, okay, this person right here, he's under this classification, right? And it's the classification is actually what is used um, on your taxes, your business tax, and a couple other things that you use it for. And here it talks about a lot of different things, give you a lot of drill down on what's going on. Then you got your set code, all right, which is more specific to what your company actually doing, all right, and it's something that you use with your business. So go ahead and check it out, all right. Set that up, build your classification, and then once you set up your classification, everything like that, you get your SIC code, everything, you basically go on your way. Okay. So, and the next thing is your GSA. All right. The GSA is a site where you can get government contracts, right? And once you join this, I think it costs a little money to do it. And what happens is that you have access to these portals where it's that you can bid for jobs, okay? And they supply most of the workers, everything like that. You really don't have to do anything but sit there and then wait for people to contact you and see if you need help, all right? So go ahead and get this. And this, like I say, it's a government service. And basically it's a free for all, right, for businesses. You can do so many different things with it. Go ahead and read upon it. I'm not going to go over it right now, but then, like I say, it talks about a lot of different things. You got the schedule. Go here and it talks about how they got started, and it goes into a lot of different things that I think you need to read up on. And the next thing is small business loans. Okay, those of you who are just starting out with business, you're going to need a loan. All right. Um, I got a couple of business loans which will help me out, but the first thing you must look at the fact that what type of structure of business that you want. All right. Now, I have discovered that when you're doing business, okay, and if you're planning on having more than yourself as a worker, once you get your business bank account, you have to pay yourself. So you got to look at the point now. Okay, how much am I worth? How much will I pay myself? How much am I working for? So and then you may need two other people. Then you look at the fact that okay, how much I'm going to pay these individuals, all right, on a daily, weekly, monthly salary rate. Okay, once you have established this, and what I've done, and I want to see if I have it. I created a spreadsheet, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me see. Let me see. Well, I'll do it in my next video. I'm not gonna worry about doing it right now because, in fact, I don't want to be searching through my directories so that's what I'm doing this video. But you set up a schedule, right? So you say, okay, if I'm going to pay this person X amount of dollars, a week, then how much, how much money will I need? Okay. And it's really bugging me right now. And I really want to be able to find this so that I can, show you exactly what I mean. But like I said, I'll do it in another video. All right. So, let's see. Yeah. I know I got it, but I just have to go out there and see where, what did I do with it. Um, it's basically how I went about setting up my business, how I'm not setting my business, how I want my business to be structured, and what type of monies, okay, that I want to actually get my business up and running, okay. That's very important. You're going to need money to start your business. Now, this is what I basically did, and I'm not going to try to go through all of this. This is just an example. Example is, let's assume that you're going to have 5, right? Let's say, okay, I'm going to clear this out, right? Because let me clear history out. Memory, history. What does it mean? Okay, I'm going to close all this out because I don't need it. Okay, so let's assume, okay, you want to have some employees, right? And your employees, you say, okay, it's going to be myself, right? So you say, okay, how much am I worth? Okay, how much effort did I put in my company? All right, how much I'm going to pay myself per month, per year? Okay, so you got to look at the fact that if I work, 10 hours a day, okay, as a CEO, and let's say 5 days a week or 6 days a week, based on your knowledge, okay, you got to be honest with yourself and your experience, education, and everything like that, what you've invested, how much do you think you're worth? Okay, you got to be honest. With myself, I look at the fact that because I have made an excess of $75,000 a year, so I know that I'm worth over 75. I made up to almost $80,000 a year. So, and this is as a senior technical leader. So, if I they hired me for a consulting job and they paid me close to $80,000 a year, just as a consultant managing 8 employees, right? I would think that as a CEO, all right, my own CEO, because you got to look at the fact that you're not going to be making the same as you work with someone could have the budget to pay you. You look at that, yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. So let's say that you're doing something, you're doing your job, you're just starting out, and you might have to work part time in the beginning. Okay, let's say I stop working, right? So what I would do, I would look at my finances. Let's assume that all my expenses together, all right, is $4,000 a month. Okay, so I will say, okay, um, all my expenses together is $4,000 a month, and so I will divide that by 4, right? So I will have to make at least $1,000 a week, and that's just my home expenses. All right. So now the next thing I'm going to look at, I'm going to say, okay, now let's assume like the electric bill. Okay, electric bill, gas bill, water bill. Okay, let's say a year it's let's say $5,000 a year. Okay, so I'm gonna say 5,000. Okay, I'm gonna say divided by 12. Divided by 12. Okay, so that's $460. $460. All right, $416 a month. Right now, so that is the electric bill. All right, so it's altogether that's $6,000. Right, that's $6,000. Well, not 6,000. Let's see, let's see, that's $5,000. Right. This is 4 weeks. This is 4,000, so that's $9,000, right? That you have to bring in a month. Okay, this is the business, all right. Let's say that you are renting. Let's say that you want to rent an office, right? Let's say the office holds 2 people. Okay, the average, like I rented an office before, the average cost was like $2,000 a month. 2,500. It depends on how many people. You know, you don't have to. You have a lot of offices out there. You don't have to have one in some grade A place. That's $2,500 could be storefront, whatever. You know what I'm saying? $2,500 a month. So, so I'm gonna say $2,500 a month. Okay, divided by 4. Okay, so that's $626 a week. Now you understand this is what you have to make a week. All right, so you want to add these up, or you can add the totals. Okay. Let now not include insurance, everything like that. You know, so this is the structure. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but this is a structure. You have to come up with this plan, put it in a spreadsheet, and then once you add up the totals and everything like that, not the ones you divide, the whole numbers that you had, and then you will take these whole numbers and then you will say, okay, I'm going to times this times 12, right? But once you get all the information, then you're going to know exactly how much you're worth, all right? And as you see here, as this accumulates, just with these numbers here, okay, let's say that in order you have a functional organization, okay, a functioning organization, you have to bring in at least $20,000 a month, all right? So if I say $20,000 a month, I'm going to say times 12. Oops. Times 12 equal. So I will actually have to bring in, this is your worth. Okay? You understand that? This is your worth right here. So you got 200, your worth, my worth, okay, is around a little bit more than this, okay? But this will be your worth. Okay? Your worth, your company's worth, everything is $240,000. Okay? You got that? So, and then that's not including expenses. You got me? You know. So this is what you would get as a CEO. Now, as a CEO, you use these monies, okay, to pay your employees, pay your bills, everything like that. All right. Now, let's say that you want to get a business loan, right? You would take your worth, right? And you have to add in your employees, right? Because, okay, so let's say you want a manager. Okay, you want to have to hire a manager. Okay, let's first of all, you may not, at first you may want a secretary. Let's say start with a secretary first. Okay, you get a secretary. you know, I don't know what the qualifications are for secretaries really. I was a data coordinator, which is it's like a fancy name for secretary, but I had college education, everything like that. But I deal more in analytics for the project managers at health facility. So, and I was making about 24, $24,000 a year. Okay, as a secretary. All right. So, um, so I was making 24,000 dollars a year. Okay, and and this is not including, you know, you know, I, I was bringing home. Well, I'm gonna leave it at this. Okay, right. I was probably making a little bit more than this, but this is I'm gonna say 24,000 a year start. Right, which is pretty good. Okay, for a person just starting out, and they can get their hands around it. Get a little medical care so that whatever the situation is. And let's say that from the secretary, you want to hire um, a manager, or you want to promote yourself as a secretary, get to a point where they are knowledgeable about your company, know everything about what you're doing. You promote them to a supervisor, right? Now, if they promote to a supervisor, you go from 24,000, right? Let's say you give them like 2,000 extra, okay, a year, all right. So you say 2,000, okay. So now it's 2,600. All right. Okay. So it's $24,000 a year. I forgot I was divided. Divided by 12. So they're making $2,000 a month, right? And that's not including taxes and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I think it's $2,000 a month is pretty good money. And then like I say, you're not like this is a salary, man. They're not really. You divide that by four, and that's not including taxes or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you take tax away, and that you have to pay them salary, and most secretaries are salary. They don't work. It'd be unfair to you know make them work by the hour at that rate. Okay, especially if you really need them. Say this is salary. You get $24,000. A year. Um, and you give them the requirements of what you want them to work. You say, okay, you got to work at least, like, give them a minimum, man. Like, you got to work at least 24 hours in a week, right? Or 30 hours. You got to give them a minimum. You have to work a minimum of 20 hours a week. That's like what? 4, 8, 12. Like, that's like 4 hours a day, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to give them stuff to do. All right. If you give them, that's the minimum. Now, if they have to work more, then you probably give them bonuses and stuff like that based on what they accomplish, everything like that. But you want to have a standard, right? Okay. So let's say that this person doing an outstanding job. They bring, helping you bring in customers. You got more customers, so you can, you need more employees, right? So you say, okay, I'm going to promote you to a supervisor, right? Or you make them a manager, right? Because you bring in more people, you make them a manager. So a manager would make what? Starting out, I would say 32,000 administrative on an administrative level. You start them out, and it depends on how much experience they have. You make them get more, and how much your contracts are. Okay, and you divide that by 12. Okay, so that's like $2,600, and this is salary now. Okay, this is not like by now. This salary. Everything is salary up to this point. So they get paid 2,600, right? 2,600. You know, a week. No, a month, right? So, and like I say, there's bonuses and everything like that. That you can give them. Outside of this right here, but this is a standard, right? 32, and this is decent money. Okay, $2,600, $3,200 a year. A manager, you know, working with you. This is good money. All right, don't get me wrong. Okay, now let's assume that you bring in some employees, right? And now most employees, depends on what it is. Now I'm going on the technical administrative level. I'm not going to any type of labor force stuff, right? Because you're not going to be doing that right away. You're going to have that, but you want to contract a lot of that stuff out, right? So you're gonna try to get a contracting company to supply you with the people you need to do the job, and you pay them, right? But the manager going to be managing all that, right? Well, managing that budget, everything like that, and depends on what it is. Let's say you need, they say, okay, I got 5 people, right? You got 5 people, you pay them $15 an hour, pay them $15 an hour, and let's say they work a minimum of 10 hours a day, right? So you say times 10, or a maximum 10 hours a day, okay? So they're making $150, okay, a day. And it's times 5 days a week, 5 days a week, right? That's $750 a week, and that'd be times 4, right? So that's $3,000 a month, which is pretty damn good, right? Now we're not talking about the overtime they get paid, everything like that, okay? Because remember, all this stuff is coming from the contract company. You bring them in, and they have to. You may say, okay, this is what you get paid. If it's overtime, we have to clear to your company because they, whatever it is, they have to clear it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we have a negotiation for X amount of money. Now you're always going to have when you bid for a job, you're always going to bid something over because you got to look for these type of expenses, right? So now you got 3,000. This is one person, right? So but you got 5 people. So say times 5. So it's $15,000. You know what I'm saying? A month, right? You have to have, all right. Now if you see what I'm doing, right? So this is very important. Okay, so sorry for a long delay. I will have to. It wasn't delay, but anyway, what I was just describing to you was the SBA loans, okay, and how you go about doing it is to try to create some type of structured system, right, that you can use to determine how much you need. Now, what I did after I added up all this information, and all this is based on the employees, right, and how much I'm actually going to be paying them, okay? And this right here is the manager's pay, right? And then I have the leads and stuff like that, and what have you. Okay, so I was just determining that if I was going to pay someone to help me perform a certain duty, and I was going to a bank, okay, like you see here, I would establish exactly how much I would need through these numbers, all right? Now, of course, they're going to do a credit check on you and everything like that, but you need to build up some type of business portfolio so that when you walk up to the bank, you have some numbers, so some type of descriptive ideal of what you're trying to do and the direction you're trying to go. And even if you try to get some investors, you try to give them a goal. Whereas that, okay, this is my goal. This is where I want to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And this is my goal. I'm trying to raise as much money so that I can hire employees, so I can move forward and I can expand in my market to other different areas. Okay. So this is the basis here. Okay. And now you can put in a spreadsheet, however you want to do it, something that you can track. All right. And something you have a projected forecast of what your expectation is going to be in the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. So when they ask you for some type of financial statement or a trial balance or whatever accounting measures that you use in that to determine where you are today and where you plan on being 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they have an idea. Okay, they have an idea what you're trying to do. Okay, so that is basically the big basis of what I'm trying to get at. So the next thing is getting some type of business associate, right, to work with you. This is Coca-Cola. Get some type of business associate working with you that let me tell you something. That's gonna be the hardest thing to do. Um, I had different associates working with me off and on for years. I would even paying the person $20 an hour, but I couldn't hold on to them because these individuals, you know, they want to have a purpose, and you have to push them toward a person. So you need to determine exactly what they want to do, what you want them to do. Now, this is a tricky part here. Even though you have a work rules and regulations, you have a desktop procedure of what you want them to do day to day between this period and this period, and you talk to them. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to feel obligated to you if you do not have some structured location, all right, that they can go to and sit down, all right? And you have to give them tasks, right? And the task that you give them has to be based on a time frame, right? Now, again, you're gonna get people they're not gonna want to, they're not want to hear about those type of things, and when you first starting out. But if you pay them, yeah, we'll do it. And you have to have, like I said again, you have to have some type of structured dialogue that you're going to use. You have to be repetitive with it, and you have to be very consistent, or else people will think that you're slide here, slide there. I was trying to take on an African partner, right, in another country, and it's a couple of times. Like I said, about 3 or 4 times, and each time it failed. And like I explained to you in my previous videos, the reason why, what you have to do, you have to find somebody, and it's going to be hard, right? Because like I explained before in my previous videos, that they just don't trust us, all right? Because they feel that we're sellouts. And I've met with African business-minded individuals and tried to get them to come on board. But a lot of the Africans that come to this country, these United States, other Americas, they come here with a goal to make money. They have to make money. They're not trying to start off from the bottom end. They want to step into a situation where they're making money, because you got to understand that a lot of these individuals, they have families, man, they have to support. So they're not going to go through them struggles, man. At the end of the week, they want to get paid. And a lot of them, once they get to a certain point, they're going to leave your company, man. Okay? It don't matter what you pay them. If it's not as challenging, or it's not inspirational, or something they feel they're growing, at a level and at a pace where they can feel like, what, I'm doing really good. Or you start bringing in more people, and you put them in charge of people, and you start moving them around. All those things these people from other countries want. They're not lazy, okay? A lot of these individuals that come to this country are not lazy, especially if they're working, man. They're trying to take care of their family. If they have a family in Africa or China, wherever they may pull them in from, they really want to take care of their families. And if you're not going to contribute to that effort, you're going to lose them. Straight across the board, you're going to lose them. So if you think that you're going to give a person $20 and think they're going to do $40 for work from you, are absolutely wrong. The problem with African American businesses they try to cater, and like I said before, they try to cater, compete with the European businesses. You're not going to be able to compete with them. Okay, we're not talking about no mom and pop. We talk about like LLC, corporate level businesses where people are generating at least $1 million or more a year. Okay, that's the level. I'm talking after taxes. Okay, after payroll. Okay, that's what you're getting, and it's going to be so difficult for you to get this because number one, the mainstream business people that's out there that's making the moves to make this money, they don't trust us. Okay, they just don't trust us. Okay, so I'm back again, and I was actually talking. I had it on pause. I forgot I had it on pause. But the thing is that there are a lot of businesses out there and people out there who really want to help you, but you have to pay. You have to pay them. And just like I was going through the little spreadsheet thing about how much you're going to pay people, like I said, you may need a manager. Okay, and the manager is going to be the one that's going to dictate um, what direction your company is going to go. All right, based on administrative level, and um, and then you're going to have to hire some type of supervisor. Now, the person going to be that I'm looking at, okay, it's something like a secretary. Then the secretary move into a management role or a lead role where they are doing, you get more and more responsibilities as far as sometimes you might have to make them a partner and then have them find a secretary, all right, and train them to do the job that they did before you bring her on full time. um, and then as you start employing more people, you'll tell them what they need to do, and then you'll assign them to her, and tell her, okay, get them up to speed. So these are things you want them to do. Um, Now, as I was explaining, that there's a lot of people out there who want to start businesses, but they don't know how. And then you got to understand is that as far as African Americans are concerned, we don't help each other like that, and the ones that does help, they tend to get frustrated because they feel that the African American business entrepreneur is not providing the financial means for them to sustain themselves without going back to the European economy and pulling in some type of wealth. Um, you got to understand that there are a lot of Europeans out there that's not wealthy, man. You know, and they're not going to be wealthy ever. Okay, but at the same time, so you can't base your ideal on economic growth and growing your company based on with a larger volume because they are in control. Based on the fact that if you go to Africa and find people who are willing to work with you, which is going to be very difficult. Okay, I tried it, and a lot of them, like I say, they come over here to this country, they'll have a goal, they're trying to make a better way for themselves and their families back in Africa. And if you're not promoting that effort, man, you're going to lose them, man. They're not going to sit up there. And even if you ban them, right, you have to challenge them. You have to be challenging. So, um, get yourself, get yourself a plan. Write out some things so that they can, sit down and look at, evaluate to figure out what direction your company going to go. Because once you get all your stuff together, like I was explaining before, I'm gonna go back to it because I'm not sure if I actually got it, but go back to it. Um, just like just like I was telling you about the SBN loan and how you can go about establishing exactly what your company's worth is. Um, you need to be able to specify and point out exactly what this company, what your company has to offer the person that actually is going to give you the loan. The end result is, can you make them money? So what you got to do is to figure out, okay, now in order for me to make the money, I got to have employees, and how can I get employees if I don't have the, I don't have the resources, financial resources to pay them. Okay. So once you establish what everything is, which we went back and explained, you can go back and approach them. Listen, these have been working. I got this and that. I got professional people, and this type of money I need to pay off I need to pay my staff a whole year, and it's a lot of different things, right? But you got to write this. They got to see it on paper. Okay. So, but anyway, um, I've worked with a lot of people, okay, in my business career, and I found out the, the best resource you can ever have is a woman on your team, and she has to be knowledgeable. Okay, we're not talking about no fly by night woman that you're trying to screw over, but we're talking about some woman that's really ready to kick in. Because once you bring her in, she's on the time clock. She's on the time clock because she want to be seen. And unless she's loyal to you like that, she's gonna leave your company, man. Once you get all the information she needs to be more successful. I've seen women do that, man. But so you want to have to give them a equal share of your company. So if they do leave, you can say, hey, listen, why don't you can you recommend someone to come to work? And then she will recommend somebody. And the person you recommend depends on what's going on or what type of communication y'all have. She should already have someone already in there already. Okay. Um, like I say, if you hire her to be a manager, if you hire her to be a manager or supervisor, she should be a manager, and you bring people in up under her so she can train them to do the things that's necessary. And again, like I said, you got to do it to a point where they won't leave because it's so easy for a person to leave a company when they feel like their usefulness is not benefiting them at all. Okay, so you're gonna have to really bear down and knuckle down on the structure of your business so they have a clear view of what direction you're going, and then you have to stick with that. Now, as far as trying to make things work and change it around, you can't do it. Like I said, with the Chapin Enterprise Business Administration Information System Consultants, I have a structured organization. I already know my idea, I already know my goal, and there's a lot of people out there that I introduce my company to. They just don't want to work with me, man. And I'll talk to the Africans, so I let you know, and they try to make money, right? They're not trying to build your company up, man. Even if you say, listen, why don't you talk to somebody in your country? I send them like $1,000, and then they're gonna run off with your money, man. But you know, the thing is that you have to go over there, right? And once you go over there, you have to network yourself and find out exactly what's out there, so you find someone you can trust. Cause you're gonna lose some money, man. Believe me, you're gonna lose some money. You might lose thousands, man. If might come around, and God gonna send them to you. You don't gotta worry about that. And that's when you're gonna start making a rise up. But now people know who you are. And these bad seeds gonna talk about you. How they got you for this, how you did this, how you did this, how you did that. And somebody gonna come to you and say, listen, man, I heard you got a job, the guy was screwing you over. I can do better than him. I'll be a loyal customer, I'll be a loyal employee, I know this and that. And they be honest with you, man. And that's when you'll be ready to give up. Another one come in and try to work with you, but you gotta give them a chance. See, that's what business is all about. So just think about it, all right? Again, this is Nicholas Shepard from the Shepard Enterprise Business Administration Information Systems Consultant. I'm here to give you some ideas and how you can go about structuring your business and launching your business out into the public sector. Okay? All right. I'm gonna create another video later on. so that you can see exactly, you know, the progress I'm making. All right, and be sure to click like, put in a comment down at the bottom, click the alarm, and what else? And share my video, okay, so that other people can look at it and gain the information and knowledge that you think that they need in order to progress into somebody very successful. All right, and thank you very much. Peace.